Welcome to your astrology and spirituality overview for Wednesday, the 16th of September. Would you like to go first today?
Okay, thank you so much. So today, the sun in Virgo, which is very much about discrimination. It's about attention to detail. It's about our health, being of service, not being servile. It's about organisation, and it's forging a brilliant angle to Saturn. Yes, the zodiac's bad guy. But in this angle, it suggests that something we really apply ourselves to can actually render practical results. Now, maybe it's something we've been working on for a very long time is finally going to give us that payback. We can see the tangible evidence of all that hard work and perspiration really shaping up. Or we could instigate something today. For example, get a plan from an architect, or perhaps we could get a quote on refitting our kitchen. Or perhaps we can physically recycle something in a way which gives us a tremendous amount of personal satisfaction. So we take an old item, repaint it, put new brass handles or coloured glass handles on it, and it all looks very sparkly. That's very Sun trine Saturn, very much to do with construction in a constructive way in these two earth signs. And Elisa, what cards have you chosen?
Wow, I love that idea of upcycling. Brilliant. Today we are using the Soul Purpose Oracle cards to see what spiritual message comes up for us today. And the word on this card is change. I love the orange of this. It says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. That is so true, isn't it? You know, nothing can ever go forwards if it doesn't change. That's the same from, our birth when, we're crawling on the floor as little babies. We can't always stay like that. And so we grow and we change. And
we did find one of Elisa's dresses.
Oh, yeah, it's really cute. It's about this big. But it's like, we do go through all of these changes in our lives. They can be a physical change, and they can be spiritual, emotional changes, intellectual changes. We learn and we grow. And so it's about being open to it. Now, change isn't always easy.
Especially with Uranus in the planet, in the sign of resistance, Taurus, where it's going to be broadly for about another 6 years. So that's a kind of great in reluctance to change, particularly in terms of how we consume resources. And I think that Uranus, which is very much about the future and being more foresighted, is asking us to embrace change in a more enlightened way. So we have a lighter carbon footprint, for example.
I love that.
So Uranus in Taurus is actually resistant to change at the moment.
And it can be so uncomfortable because if we think about physically, when we get to about 7 or 8, we get like a lot of growing pains in our legs, in our arms, because our bones are literally stretching and our muscles are pulling, and it's so painful. And a lot of us can't remember that pain, but I remember my younger brother really suffered with that. And so it is like that change can be uncomfortable, it can be painful, but ultimately it brings new growth, it brings new beginnings. And so if we can't enjoy the change, then at least we can try to embrace it.
Well, that's very wise. Wow, that's terrific. So it's interesting, isn't it? Because that card's about change, and Saturn is really quite resistant to change in a way because it's about the status quo. But the sun is the glory at the heart of all of us. And the sun's perfectionism, if you like, in the sign of Virgo suggests we can change something, but perhaps in these two positions in a step-by-step but thorough way. So we kind of feel secure with the change because we've done the research. We're really sure of why we're making the change because there is a good reason for it, coming through the fact that Virgo energy is often about reforming things for the better, about refining and discrimination. And so I think that we can see how Saturn can be good for change, even if it is the planet of resistance.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for joining us here today. And if you would like to read your daily horoscope, you can find it in the description box beneath this video.
Thank you so much, Elisa. And if you'd like to subscribe to our channel, we'd be very grateful. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. But for now, from the A team, it is
Goodbye from me.
and it's goodbye from us.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.